MexCan.
Young perceptions of the world.
Hello, guys. Welcome back to a new episode of your podcast, our podcast, everyone's podcast, MexCan.
Yes, thank you
Hello,
so
Jamin.
much for coming and tuning in today. Hello, Alan. How are you today?
Hey. I'm pretty good. I'm doing actually great. I feel awesome today.
Aw,
But you can kind of like tell why. And I must say, I'm sorry for my dogs. They keep barking.
that's all right. We don't mind. Your dogs are really cute.
Right? Yeah. Is it noticeable? The gear, the new stuff that I got now.
Yes, so as you can tell, Alan has upgraded his equipment because we are getting serious about this podcast. We want to make episodes and we want to make them consistent and educational as well as entertaining. So, thanks guys for coming and listening to us today.
Yeah, and well, today's gonna be like very conversational. We're just gonna talk about what we've been doing, because there's some new updates about us, about Jamin and me. And well, firstly, I would like to say that sadly Jamin had to leave because it was all planned and she stayed here for almost 2 months, which was great. But well, sadly
Yes.
you had to leave, Jamin.
It was so
But
disappointing.
yeah,
Leaving is
I know, but you
always
had
the
a great
worst
time.
part. We did have a great
I
time.
know.
Yeah, it was honestly the
Yeah, it was
most
amazing.
amazing summer of my life. I got to spend pretty much 2 whole months in Mexico with Alan, with you, and I couldn't
Right.
have been happier. It was truly a dream come true because we had been talking about it for so long, but yes, unfortunately, I am back in Canada.
Well, that's a good thing. You're back with your family. You're safe now. But why don't you tell us a little bit about how it was for you flying? Flying back to your country.
Yeah,
Tell us a little bit more
I would
about
love
that
to
little
share
experience
that.
of yours.
So, first of all, I would like to say that if you're interested in traveling right now, whether you want to go on vacation or you want to reunite with friends, family, or loved ones in my case, then I definitely think that it's doable. It really wasn't that hard. Alan will probably remember this. I cried the night before I left because I was sad to leave, but also because I was so nervous. So when I
Yeah.
left Alan's town, I had to be alone and I had a layover in Mexico City, and then I spent 2 nights in Puerto Vallarta. So I got a COVID test, and it was my first time getting one of these tests, and I had to use my Spanish and rely on my level that I had
Yeah.
to get me to where I needed to go because I didn't know where to get a test
Yeah.
and it was all new.
Wait, hold on. But tell us, did it actually hurt?
Okay,
Or
so
didn't hurt at all?
yeah, I have to say the test is quite uncomfortable, but I think it doesn't hurt at all.
Okay,
It's
cause
yeah.
I actually was talking to a little girl that I teach English to.
Oh
The
yeah.
one that you helped me with. So that girl was like, "Oh, Jamin got back. You got the test done," and she was like, "Oh, I got a relative that they did a test as well, but they said that it hurt, and but you're saying that it didn't hurt." So I was like, "Oh, okay,
Well,
maybe it depends on I don't know, maybe some people feel that it hurts, some other people maybe don't."
Well, I think there are a lot of factors. I was totally imagining
Yeah,
that it hurt. I actually
yeah, me
recorded
too.
myself.
But it's kind of like how do you call that thing that they put
A
in?
swab, like a stick swab sort of thing.
Yeah, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had a guy do it, and he told me that it's more uncomfortable than anything else. And I recorded myself getting the test because I wanted to see what I would look like. And when I did the test, I told him that I was scared, and he said, "No, don't worry, it doesn't hurt too bad." And quite frankly, it really didn't. Maybe it's because, I don't know, he didn't do it too hard, or maybe it depends on the
Yeah,
person.
probably he was nice.
Yeah, but it didn't really
Oh, that's
hurt.
good.
It felt like when you put something in your ear, like a Q-tip in your ear, and you kind of like put it in there, except it's your nose
Yep.
instead. It's like a weird feeling, but it
Yeah.
didn't hurt. Yeah, and I kind
Mhm.
of needed to use a Kleenex after, so I just wiped my nose, but I didn't get like anything else. That was it.
All the boogers.
Yeah, all the boogers, all the moco.
Boogers.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was interesting to know. And like, how many hours did it take you to get the results back? You know,
Yeah, so the awesome part is that I actually went to a place that only took 3 hours. It took exactly 3 hours and around 5 minutes to
three
get
hours.
my
That's
test.
crazy. Cause like, you could have done it at the airport, but like, why don't you tell us what happened
Yeah,
with that
so
option?
okay, if you are looking to get a test, a PCR test, because that's the one that you need to enter Canada, not the rapid antigen, but the PCR, you have the option to do it outside of the airport. And as I was leaving the Puerto Vallarta airport, because I was going to be in the city for 3 days, I went to the COVID testing station, but the lady told me that they send the results to Puebla. So it can take up to 72 hours to get your test results back. And that's not helpful because my plane was leaving in 48 hours. So the lady
That is
told me,
crazy.
yeah, she told me that there was another place that I could go, but she didn't give me an address. She just told me the name of the lab. So I couldn't type it into my
Okay.
Uber. Uber would not tell me where to go. So what I had
Mhm.
to do was go back into the airport and ask the taxi where this place was. And the lady working typed it into the computer and she kind of found out where it is. So I got to take a taxi. But it was so expensive. It was 250 pesos, and I only went
That is a lot
for
for a
four
taxi. Yeah.
minutes. It was only a 4 minute drive. And I paid,
Really?
yeah, that is
What?
probably what, like
That
$17?
is.
It was so expensive.
That's not fair. It's not
Mm-hmm.
fair because they're kind of like taking advantage of your because you're just like a foreign.
And it's the
Yeah, you're not from
airport.
Mexico and
Yeah.
yeah.
And they still
Plus
did it
that.
in Spanish, so I think it doesn't matter. It's just like taxis are really overpriced at those airports. And yeah,
I
because I'm
know. I
not
know.
from Mexico, she knew I was kind of desperate, so she gave me a price I had to accept. So I went with a really nice man. He had a bunch of water in the back of his taxi, and he like offered me a bottle, which was nice. He was a
Yeah.
nice guy, a nice old man, but it was very expensive, so that was the negative side. And
Yeah. Well,
yeah, so my results
it's good
came
that
back
you had
negative.
it done and stuff.
Mhm.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Well, that's a very good thing.
I should
You're
say
negative.
exactly. They came back
Yeah.
negative. I got an email.
That's pretty good.
I remember looking at my email, just the notification, and it said your results, like resultados, and I was like, whew, let's see the moment of truth, and I clicked on it, and it said negativo, so I was quite happy. But yeah, and while I was doing that, so we will go back to my experience entering Canada, but first, let's switch to your experience, Alan. Your experience going to Querétaro.
Yeah. Going back to get my stuff, because well, I had to drive there with my dad. It was a very long drive. I don't even know how many hours, but like probably like 11 hours or 10. And we drove from the south of Mexico to the center of Mexico, close to Mexico City and the state of Mexico, to Querétaro. So we got there, we got to our Airbnb, and then next day we just got our stuff and we put it in the car, and then we rested for the rest of the day, and the day after we left. And well, I got a lot of stuff back now, and it took me a long time to put it all back together, in its place. And even I had to put a lot of stuff, just the way that I put it in the suitcases. I used like a few suitcases to put the stuff in there, and the way they got here, I just put them in my closet up there. So I didn't even bother to get them out because it was like um, winter gear and stuff. So
You
it's
just
not like
kind of knew
I'm
it
gonna use
wasn't
that here,
worth
of course.
it.
Yeah, so I was just like, I'm just gonna put it there and just forget about it, and I'll use it one day, but not right now. But yeah, well, I'm happy that I got my stuff back after more than 1 year. Um, had some speakers, like an audio system. It's a 5.1 audio system type thing, where you got like five speakers in one little subwoofer. It's a good kind. So I was excited to have that back. My keyboard, one of my electroacoustics guitar, and yeah, more stuff. Well, another desk. Now I have two desks, which is enough for me. And I really needed that to put my electronic stuff, my tools, and yeah, I was happy I got my stuff back. Imagine that.
After
It's
over
like
a
more than
year and
one
a
year.
half of having most of your personal
I
items in
know.
another state across the country, that would
Yeah, it
have
was
been
almost
very
frustrating,
difficult. Mm-hmm.
but it was also frustrating putting all this stuff together, like organizing and yeah, cleaning
A big
took
old
me
mess.
more than one day.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, you've
I
been
still got a few
busy.
stuff in a suitcase that I need to, pick up and yeah.
You can just say that's
Anyways,
tomorrow's problem. Not for today, just tomorrow's
I
problem.
know, I know.
Yeah. Well, that's
Well,
so
it was like that.
exciting. And I have a question. So, the last time that I saw Alan before being together this summer, I actually got to see him in the state that he used to study in, where all of his personal items were being stored. And I had a few things that I ended up leaving behind in his room because I thought that I was going to be going back to visit him, but I had to leave early because of COVID. So, anyway, a few of the things that I left behind include a pair of shoes and a cup, as well as a funny purse that looks like a book. So, did you end up finding
Hmm.
that weird purse?
Yeah, everything was there.
Cool.
Everything was there, so I got all your stuff. Well, the shoes that they never fit you, but
Mm-hmm.
like
No, it's
the
totally
pink bands.
fine. Yeah, there were some pink
Yeah, but
vents. And what
all your
about
stuff was
these
there.
coffee cups? We had matching coffee
Oh yeah,
cups.
I
Yeah?
got it. Yeah, I actually used it today, but yeah, I used it
I
today.
love
The
those.
one that you broke because you have one as well. You broke it.
Had
Well, your
past
mom did.
tense. My mom,
Yeah, your
yeah,
mom did.
she
Hey,
accidentally broke it. She knew how sad I was
that's okay.
because
It was a
it's
nice one, but
yeah. Well, the reason it
it's
was
just
so
like an
special
object.
to me, yeah, is because it reminded me of an experience that we had together from when we
I know.
purchased it. So it's
Yeah.
interesting how items have sentimental value.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's a really nice cup because it's like a glass made,
Mm-hmm.
and it actually has like two layers of glass, like glass,
Yeah.
and it's meant to be like that because that way the heat transfer is like less, you don't feel as much heat as you would if it was only like one layer of glass.
Chemistry,
So
it's
that one's pretty cool.
amazing.
Yeah, it's a small cup, but
Yeah.
it has a little wooden
Lid.
tip
Yeah,
lid. Yeah,
tapa.
lid. Yeah, and yeah, it's a nice one. Maybe we can put a picture in the video
Yeah, I'll insert it here so that
of
you
it.
can kind
Yeah.
of see. The reason we are talking about a cup so much is because Alan is the biggest coffee lover, and I got to love coffee thanks to him. So we have a lot of stories and experiences with coffee shops and everything
But
like
remember the
that.
kind of coffee that we tried? Like when we got it, it was I think coffee from the state of Mexico or something.
Oh, was it the?
Like, remember we actually bought the cups, but it was a brand of coffee, like a Mexican
That's true.
coffee brand.
Yeah.
And we bought the coffee, of course, but we also bought the cups. But do you remember the coffee? I think it
I
was like from the state of Mexico. It was like an exotic kind of
and
coffee.
I remember that I did not like it. It was very yellow. It
Yeah,
wasn't dark. It was like a
yeah,
light kind
kind.
of coffee.
Yes, yes. I kind of like remember. Yeah, but it was okay because exotic because their coffee is not supposed to grow there. Like it's not usual to
Oh.
find
Is
coffee
it
from there.
because of the
Maybe I'm saying it wrong.
elevation or?
No, I think it's mostly because of the soil.
Mm.
The kind of soil you need to grow coffee. You can grow coffee in Puebla, for example, or Oaxaca, or Veracruz.
Hmm.
That's what I can think of. But they're kind of like close to the sea, a little bit close to the sea, but it's still elevated. It's a
Yeah.
high. How do you say, like altitude or
Or
like
altitude or elevation, I
Yeah,
think.
altitude.
Altitude,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, altitude.
Well,
So yeah,
it wasn't my favorite.
sorry, my cat.
Oh, I didn't hear him.
Yeah, mine neither.
I love your little cat. Alan has amazing
Hold on, I'm
animals.
just gonna open the door.
Okay. Alan is currently opening the door, which you would be able to see if you are watching the video, the live stream version of this. We always
I guess he
upload.
wants to be the podcast.
Yeah, there's his little cat. We always upload an audio, and we've been trying to get back to uploading a video as well. So if you would like to see that, it'll be on YouTube. And
Hey.
Alan's cat, it was so cute. When I first,
Oh, he's trying to buy the cord.
what a little turkey.
The mic's cord.
When I first got to your house, your cat was not fond of me. He did not like me. And then near the end, he always slayed with me.
I know, right?
Yeah, what a little cutie.
Well, talking about that, I love my cat and I love cats. And you say that you love cats more than dogs.
I do.
You think the dogs are annoying. Maybe people will agree with that, like after hearing my dog's barking a lot during the podcast. I'm sorry, I hate when he does that because I got two dogs, two German shepherds. But the male one is younger than the female, but he always barks a lot, at night, during the day, all the time. It is a little bit annoying, and sometimes I want to do stuff like this, like record, and I can't because he's barking, and I don't want noise to be like too loud and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But right now he's quiet.
It's amazing.
Gotta take advantage of that.
Exactly. But, okay, I want to say this. Yes, I am 100% a cat person over dogs, except for a corgi.
Mm-hmm.
I would 100% love a little corgi dog. But since those are expensive, cats are the only animals that I really could have as a
Yes.
pet. But
Yeah.
you have really
Okay.
beautiful dogs. And while I do...
Hey.
Oh, your cat! He wants to record too.
It was the mic.
Aw. If you guys can
Alright,
see
that
the
was a little
video
bit
right
weird.
now, his little paws are touching the microphone. It's so cute. But the reason
Yeah.
I am more of a cat person is because cats are easier, a little bit more relaxed.
They're amazing.
Mhm.
I know. We both watched like Facebook videos about cats. Remember that?
Yes.
And it's so cute and interesting and so I don't know, like very attractive.
Yeah, because
Attractive, yeah. Attractive, yeah.
it makes
Whatever.
you like
But, like,
cats more.
Yeah, kind of thing. Yeah. And when I see my cat, he's just I don't know. He's just like so calm, and easygoing.
And that's why a lot of
Animal.
people don't like cats. Like, a lot of people definitely prefer dogs because they think, well,
But
cats
they
can't be
can be
trained.
very annoying at
Of
times,
course,
though.
yeah.
Like this past night, I had to wake up during the night like 3 times just to get him down to eat his
Oh my
his
goodness,
food.
Betty.
He's so annoying with that. He wants me to take him downstairs so he can see his food. Like
Even though he
as though
knows
he
where it is.
didn't even. Yeah, exactly. Like it's very weird. It's so frustrating at times because I'm like, cat, you already know. Like you're so I already show it to you where your food is, and now you want me to take you downstairs again to show you where your food is
It's
again?
like, really? It's
No
right
way.
there. It's the same place it was where you left it.
I know, I know. It's not like I moved it. But yeah, I mean, and even though he does that a lot, I still love him so much. His name is, his name is Batty, like Batty, because he kind of looks like Batman. But sometimes we just like to call him Batty or Patricio or Patricio,
I always find it
Batracio.
funny.
I don't know. We just say a lot of names.
Yeah.
Spanish is like very,
Full
I
of
don't know, like,
nicknames. You guys always give people
yeah.
like funny names, and I think Patricio is so funny because it sounds like a very formal, like
I
old
think
man name.
the
but
word is probably versatile.
versatile. Yeah, like you guys
Yeah.
take one
Let's go.
word. Yeah. I love it. I love that. Alan's
know.
level of English is
Yeah, me
so
too.
amazing. Yeah. And what is my name, Alan? My new name. Let's see if you
That's
remember.
top secret.
It's top secret.
Well, no, well, that's because I think my dad called you one day, like he was like Jamin Nicolasa.
Yeah.
Is that the one that you were referring
Exactly.
to? Maybe not.
Yeah, so
Okay,
my
okay.
my second name is Nicole, and Alan's dad started calling
Yeah.
me Nicolasa, so that's my new
That
name.
was so funny. It stick to my mind, and I'm like, and my dad stopped calling her like that. It was just like a one day thing, and then I started saying it, like, "Hey, Jamin Nicolasa." Well, not like with that accent, like Jamin Nicolasa
Yeah,
kind of thing.
more Spanish, more Mexican.
Yeah, and it's so silly to me that I like it.
It's kind of like
Yeah, well,
funny for me as well because I had never heard of the name Nicolasa before, but that's like my more Spanishified name. Jaime
Yeah.
Nicolasa.
well, yeah.
And you have so many different names. Okay, for people listening, if you are dating a Mexican, there's a very good chance that his name will be the same name as his father. At least in my case, that's how it is with you and your dad, Alan. So I am always like a little unsure if I should refer to you as Alancito or Alan because I want to make it clear which person I am talking about when I'm like talking to your family about you, for example. So that's kind of something
Yeah.
funny about
You know
the
what,
language.
Jamin? I just thought of something.
Ah, do share.
I heard that you said the word. Wait, I just forgot the word that you said that drifted me off. But you said like a couple, like Canadian and Mexican couple, something like that.
Oh, I said if anybody's listening and you're dating a Mexican, then
Oh, yes, exactly. That thing just reminded me of something. I like it brought me an idea to my mind. It was like maybe we could get this couple that we've been watching videos of. You remember
oh my
the ones of the avocados, like
goodness.
avocados, like that girl cutting off the avocados in a weird way. Like they make a lot of TikTok videos.
Exactly, I know exactly.
Maybe we could try to get them to join our podcast, and maybe we could have like a very similar kind of like just like Carlos and
And
um,
Cassidy.
oh my goodness, yeah, and Cassidy, yeah.
Exactly.
Hello, Cassidy.
Hi. No, exactly. I think that's a really good idea because we
Yeah,
could just
that'd be-
talk
that'd be
about
pretty cool.
the differences
I
between
know.
like dating each other and how that is, and
Yeah.
I think that's a great.
Yeah, that would
idea.
actually be great. We should just text them, I mean, they're pretty popular.
They are.
Like,
We will try to
very
link
popular,
their
like, hi.
information. Yeah, they have
Yeah.
a lot of followers. I think on
And
Instagram.
but we're gonna try to text them on Instagram probably, and see if they want to like be part of this and chat for a bit. That'd be actually amazing.
that would
anyways,
be because
I just had that thought when you
Yeah.
said if you're dating a
a Mexican
Canadian
or
or
a
Mexican,
Canadian.
something like that.
Yeah, so you guys, if you're like listening at this point, this is honestly how Alan and I get ideas for the podcast. We will just be talking about something and then we will like totally change the subject and talk about like
Yeah.
another idea. And speaking of which, we are actually wanting to get a lot more guests on our little show. So we are also wanting
Yeah,
to
that's true.
get a man who owns the Mexican store in my town. So I'm gonna try to get into contact with
Oh
him,
yeah,
and we can ask him about his experience and the diving instructor from Mexico. So we're just trying to
yeah,
expand and meet a lot of interesting people so that you guys
that's
can
right.
listen and yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot coming up.
Mhm.
It'll probably come true.
Yeah. So,
But yeah, with some time, some patience.
exactly. So, Alan, are we going to be uploading twice a month just so people know what to expect?
Yeah, I think we're starting now, or maybe because like how many times have we recorded this month?
We have
Like
two
to
episodes so far.
okay,
So if you guys are interested in hearing more, we will be posting around 2 times a month. We will have our official schedule out by the time this one's released, but I think we will release this one maybe the first Friday, and then the next one the third Friday of September.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, my cat is a little bit annoyed because my legs are shaking because I was having him in a weird position.
And also, this is one quick thing in regards to like publication and everything. We do have our blog, which we talked about in our little
Oh
update
yeah,
MexCan episode. So there will be timestamps, and you will be able to see at which second we started talking about this topic and the next one, and so on.
yeah, true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Well, we have a lot ahead,
exactly.
so we're gonna start working on that. And I say working on that because well, I have more time off, which I will not take for granted, but um, I will make sure that I use that time, efficiently, and being productive and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
making podcasts, doing more
And
exercise.
taking time to enjoy your
How?
free time as well. Just doing nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like taking it easy this
Mm-hmm.
time. It's fine. No rush. It'll be fine again soon.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's fine already, but we're just taking care of ourselves.
Exactly, because,
And
yeah. Oh, yes, keep
yeah,
going.
no, no, no. You go ahead. You have a lot to say.
I don't want to be too talkative today and talk over you, but,
Like that song that you talk too much.
yes,
Remember that
there's
song?
a song that Alan and I have in one of our
And be so
podcasts.
talkative.
Yeah, and Alan always says that song's me because I'm a very talkative girl. Except I'm extremely introverted if I don't know the person well. So it's kind of like a mixture. I don't know.
Anyways, it's a good song. It's a good
It
song.
is.
It brings memories back.
Yeah, as well as George
It was
Ezra's
like one of the
music.
first songs. Remember when we were in love?
We still are.
Like, just of course, but like like
When it was
when we
new.
kind of like first met,
When
and
it felt like so like fresh, like it was like, whoa, this is the first time I've ever felt this way. And like now that we've been together for 2 years, well, actually almost 3.5 years, I think, it's like we love each other even more, at least in my opinion, but it's so different now. We're so comfortable. It's not as like, whoa.
Yep.
Yeah. And my computer is about to die, so unfortunately that means we have to come to an end.
Yes. All right. Well, you gotta charge that thing.
Yes.
And we're gonna start our new podcast sessions like these. Today we had like 30 minutes chat.
Yeah.
We're gonna increase those minutes probably with new conversations and stuff when we have our guests. And yeah, well, that was a great episode. And hopefully you could you like had you kind of like I want to say like catch up, with,
yeah, a little catch up with us, exactly, just like chatty, listening to us ramble.
Not like ketchup,
not
but
cat soup. A catch up session.
Ketchup.
Not
All
the
right, all right.
condiment.
Just saying silly things.
No, I
Okay,
think they
guys,
got
thank
it.
you so much.
Thanks, guys. It was a
Or-
pleasure
yeah.
getting to make another episode with you, Alan, and thanks for listening.
Expect for more.
Bye, guys.
See you later.
Bye.